Hi there, Rabbi. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Joe. What's happening?
In the world today, I see kids everywhere and people everywhere dealing with laptops and iPhones and different equipment. What is that about the digital experience? Are we headed down a rabbit hole?
Yes, we are headed down a rabbit hole, not because of the digital world, but because we're human beings. And human beings have trouble with what is. It's our lack of ability to adapt to change that's creating the problem. And it's becoming enamored with novelty rather than seeing it as a tool. Digital is a tool. Just like people who are listening to our podcasts or watching this on YouTube, it's a tool to have learned something, to hear a conversation, to get a conversation started, to get people thinking. And we need to step back and say, we're now living at a time when lots of things are digital and virtual reality, where we can see things projected on a headset and we move our arms and legs and we're bowling, we're shooting, we're fighting, we're skiing, and we're participating in this virtual world. And it's time before it gets out of control for us to look at each other and say, it's different, not better, not worse. If we become totally absorbed with it, it'll become a danger or a problem.
Well, I know reality television is actually one of the more popular media today. And unfortunately, regular channels discovered it's a lot cheaper to produce a reality show where you just rent a resort for a few weeks and throw a bunch of people into it.
Well, vicarious, living life vicariously is what we're talking about, is I'm watching it happening rather than participating in it. And you're right about going to a museum and seeing the painting, going to a concert, being part of the group. And I want to come back to what I said. It's accepting we have some choices and not let one substitute for the other, or not argue that one is better than the other, just different. We're getting sucked in, we're taking sides, and then we're using the media and we're using the virtual as if this is a good substitute. This is the way it should be. And we're not using it as the tool that it could be to enhance our lives. It's sort of taking over, kind of scary that it's more and more taking over, particularly with our young people, spending more and more time in this virtual world, which takes them out of where they're actually present. And without them being able to say, okay, I'm going to shut that off, because that's one. I also want to be on the playground. I also want to be in a bowling alley and not just in a virtual bowling alley. It substitutes sometimes, but I need both. Why can't we have both? Why do we force ourselves to choose between experience and virtual experience?
And I used to think very fondly of my first transistor radio, which was terrible sound, but I could hold it up to my ear and listen to it, the radio, whenever I wanted to. But one thing I will never grow tired of is your wisdom, Rabbi. Thank you once again for sharing it with me.
And you don't have to worry. As long as I live and breathe, I'll be giving you advice, Joe. Have a good day.